Bienvenido a Mérida, Yucátan. Welcome to Merida. This is our new apartment where we will stay in Merida for 2 months. And this is Huey's room. And it has a pull-out bed underneath his bed. So it's technically 3 beds in this apartment, but it's only 2 bedrooms. This is our bathroom and my bedroom with the floor-to-ceiling windows. And check out this nighttime view from our balcony. We arrived pretty late, so it's dark, it's quiet, it's calm, it's peaceful. And I could tell that this was going to be a more peaceful place when I arrived. The traffic is slower. I'm packing in my apartment. And I just wanted to show you how this is all I have. With the exception of one t-shirt and one dress that didn't get packed to him, but yeah. These are actually the same size with this one. Did not. This one stayed vacuumed, this one did not. But it's the same size. And that's it. That's all I travel with in terms of clothes. And now, these are my shoes. So I got 2 pair of gym shoes and 2 pair of sandals. So I had another pair of sandals that I got rid of. And that's the one dress that didn't get packed. And the jacket that I wore here. And that's it. I got 1 more pair of tennis shoes at the door. And that's it. So this is the first rising in my new apartment. Waking up to this view, oh, it's so serene. It's so beautiful and calming. I just love it. And I make sure I take time every single day to enjoy it and appreciate it when I wake up. So let's take a look at our view from the balcony in the daytime. The sun is rising. You can't really see it from where my apartment is, where my unit is. You can't really see the sunrise. You don't get a good view of the sunrise, but you can still see how beautiful it is in the daytime. And of course, this one is still sleeping. It was a long night. So we're getting dressed. We're going out to explore, to see what's near us. Our apartment is actually right behind a mall. So that's where we're going to go. But first, we went upstairs to, this is the Sky Lounge, where they have a small cafe, and they have the decks or patios or whatever you want to call them, outside with beautiful views. It's a co-working space as well, so you'll see a lot of people come here to work. So I came here and did a little bit of work before we went out. And we had some food. So they don't have vegan options. This was the closest we could get. So we just got some waffles with fruit. They didn't have any pancake syrup. So we had, I think it was honey and maybe, I think that's Nutella maybe or something. I don't know. Or chocolate, something. And then this salad, it was trash because they didn't give me any salad dressing, but I may do. Okay, so this is our swimming pool. And at this point, it was just a few of us out there, so we basically had the pool to ourselves. And this is me easing into the water. I guess it was cold because it took me a little second to get acclimated, but here we are. When we were in Mexico City, we didn't get to go swimming. And you might remember me mentioning that there weren't really any like public pools or anything. And, you know, when we had the hotel, the pool wasn't open. So, or it was raining that day or something like that. So we never really got to swim in Mexico City. So I was very intentional about getting a place with a pool in Merida, especially because the weather is so much better. It's in the 90s every single day. Every day it's in the 90s. The lows is like, at night it's probably like mid to low 80s. So I knew we needed a pool. It was a great way for us to just, you know, hang out and have something to do um, on days when we weren't like out and about exploring or didn't want to spend money or something like that. So that was intentional. Now here, we ordered groceries for the first time and had them delivered, and we went and got this cart. So they have these carts for us to move things about up and down the elevator and things like that. My first time ordering grocery delivery. It's our first day in Merida, and now that we got a really nice kitchen, I'm going to do more cooking, and because I've been spending too much money, I'm gonna eat at home more. So the things that I would normally buy out, frequently, the things that I would buy frequently when I went out, then I just bought some of that stuff like fruit, and then some of Huey's staple items. So, and then something easy to make for dinner when I don't order out. So that's what I got. This cost me about $100. Well, it would be $100 US, but it was like 1,900 pesos, and that includes the delivery fee and the tip for the delivery person. But yeah, that's the Huey's famous, or Huey's famous peanut butter and jelly. I know you've been eating that forever. And here's some tamarind. I already had this, but it's tamarind. I ordered some more, but I didn't realize how much I was ordering. I think it was like a half a kilogram or something like that. I didn't even check to see how much that was. I just left it. And this is how much it is, apparently. That is a lot. I still don't know how much that is just yet. I have to do the math, but oh well. We'll make use of it. And I'm doing some mixed fruit cups because I always buy that at the market. And then it's carrots. I'm going to do the jicama and carrot and beet mixed salad. Well, vegetable salad or whatever. That's the jicama. And we will go from there. Got some snacks. This is the start. Just so we don't have to starve in between meals or days where we spend most of the day in the house. We'll still have food to eat. So this was the first thing I made, and I ain't gonna hold you. It was trash. I was pissed, but whatever. So moving on to something less disappointing. This is our gym in our apartment building. So you can see they got the weight machines, they got the cardio machines. It's not very much, but I guess it's sufficient. And then that's where the massage room. So this is the massage room. I just went through that door. And this is where you can get a massage. They actually have a masseuse who comes. You can book her and she'll come to the property and give you a massage in that room, which I did have a massage and a facial there, and it was great. That's the sauna. And this is a balcony and a sitting area. And those are the showers and lockers. And views. That's one thing this place is not short on, is views. I love the views. Even just from the fourth floor. This is the fourth floor and you still have such amazing views. So now I'm going to take you into the yoga room. So this is where I go to stretch and do yoga or whatever it is I'm doing before I'll go out and do the weight training. But first, let's play in the mirror a little bit, because you can't pass up these good mirrors. Alright, so now we're outside. This is right outside of our apartment. As you can see, the mall is right across the river. And there's a little bridge that takes you over there. So it's like a 2-minute walk to get to the mall. You can see people are, what they call it, hang gliding or something like that. This is the restaurant in the mall. On the first day we had lasagna and pizza, both plant-based. The lasagna was just okay. The pizza was really good. And then in the shoe store, we went further into the mall and found they have this little half basketball court inside the shoe store. For some reason, though, it was closed, so Huey wasn't able to go in there and play. But we moved on and just found some other things in the mall. So I thought this was really cool. Arcade, restaurant, game bar. The lady told us there were no vegan options, so we didn't eat there. But we later found out, like a month or so later, found out they do have vegan options. So we didn't get to eat there that day. So we went back to that restaurant where we had the lasagna and pizza and had this mushroom burger. It was pretty good. And this is just more views from the yoga room. Another day of me just stretching and getting back into the swing of things and enjoying the views. Now, the host of our Airbnb were so nice and so sweet, and they invited us to join them for a barbecue at the pool this night. So we were hanging out and having a good time with them. Now, back to this nightmare of a cooking situation. It's hard getting back into this cooking, especially in somebody else's kitchen. I hate cooking in other people's kitchen. And I promise y'all, I can cook. Like, I can, even though I hate cooking. But since I became vegan, I really just eat to live. And so cooking for me is like whatever. If it's edible, then cool, I'm going to go with it, because this is just too much. It's just too much. All of this figuring out meals and substitutes for non-vegan, vegan substitutes for the original recipes that I'm used to making. I'm over it. So now I just eat to live. So you can see that when you, especially now that I'm traveling. Yeah, no. So you see what I got here. I'm done talking about that. So here is a trip to Walmart. We went by Walmart to grab some things, and then we're going to head back to the house of our host because they invited us over to their house for a barbecue. And we went to this Walmart, and it was supposed to be like really nice or whatever. So this is why we went to this one in particular. So this is the outside of it. You can see they have other restaurants and things. So it's basically a shopping center. It looks like it has apartments or offices or something up at the top. So we go inside and we have a cart because we're going to Walmart. We went here to go to Walmart. So we grab a cart because they were out there. But we can't figure out where the Walmart is. Now, I'm going to give you a hint. Yeah, you see that escalator right there? That ramp? Yeah. We didn't notice that. So since we went on a dummy mission trying to find this Walmart for at least 10 minutes, then y'all gonna have to see this dummy mission too, okay? So this is all the stuff we discovered as we were looking for the Walmart. And at some point, I pulled out my phone to see it on the map, and it's just like, what is going on? And it's taking me in the direction of the Walmart, but I'm not realizing that the ramp would take us up to the Walmart. So I'm like, well, since we're here, let's just see what else is out here. And then when we finally find the Walmart, you know, if we want to come back, we can. So here's a restaurant, all these pastries in the window. They had a little kid play area. We really wanted to go there, but it was for like babies and toddlers. So we made our way out to the parking lot, and GPS is still telling me that to go this way to get to the Walmart. So I'm seeing there are more stores out here. And then finally there's the street, but then we were like, okay, this isn't it. We went back inside and realized we had to go up the ramp. And then here was the Walmart. And there are a bunch of other stores, or a few other stores around there as well. But this is the first time I've seen a Walmart inside of a shopping center like this. So Walmart, some of them do stand alone like in the US, but they also have some that are inside shopping centers like this. So this was the first time we experienced it. Now I'm gonna let y'all know these Walmarts are nothing to write home about. They are not as good as the ones that we have in the US, and I feel like they're more expensive. And I already got my issue with Walmart anyway, so whatever. I just use it because sometimes I have to get certain things. Now let's take a minute for this moment of Huey in 2025 manually rolling up a window in a car. Okay, that was his first time.
Lauren, dime, get ready with me. Tienes que decir, get ready with me. Okay.
Wait, what do you want me to say?
Get ready with me a hacer una arepa.
A hacer una arepa.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get ready with me. Hacer arepa.
Y acá tenemos a Mele. Nice. En romana, esto es toda perfecta. Arepa. Nice.
Here is the vegan.
Oh,
Here
todo
is vegan.
vegano.
Yes, here is vegan sausage, green pumpkin. Here is peppers,
Okay.
vegan quesadillas.
Sí, gracias.
Okay, so we're at the barbecue, as you can see, and you just saw her making arepas. Arepas is a Venezuelan dish, and that's that white thing on the side right there. And it tastes to me like grits, like a grit patty. And I've had it before. I love arepas, but usually they're stuffed. And this time she didn't stuff it. And you can stuff it with just about anything. Like you got a breakfast arepas or like a sandwich. It's basically like the bread for whatever you want to put in there. So we met a Mexican family in our building, and their son is the same age as Huey, and they actually used to live in Texas, so he speaks English. And him and Huey hit it off immediately. They had so much in common. And this is them playing chess together in our Sky Lounge. So they were just hanging out and having a good time. I was glad we met them. Okay, so I think at this point in the video, everything else y'all see is just gonna be food. And this was a sushi restaurant at the mall. called Izakaya Sushi. So we had some ramen and some sushi and some dumplings, and it was really good. So it was a little expensive though, but it was good. Now, this is something I threw together. Remember, I was telling y'all about the carrot and jicama salad and all that. So I I forget why I didn't use the carrots, but that's the jicama and the beets, tomatoes, avocado with some tahini and Fritos. So here the Fritos have lime on them. So I just, threw all this together and that's what I had. And then here again, maybe the next day, I had it with some kiwi. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I don't know what this is, but I tried it and it was okay. It definitely wasn't vegan and it had some apple filling in there. So I'm thinking it was like some sort of apple pastry or whatever, but it would have been better if it was warm. Okay, so this is another burger place we found in the mall. And they had a veggie burger, so we ate that. It had onion rings on it. And let me tell you, again, this was nothing to write home about. It was all right. But it was cool that they had sweet potato fries. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. Now, this is where they do the hang gliding. This is right behind the mall, which is right between um, our building and the mall. So it's we're leaving the mall and decided to take a look at them hang gliding and see what was going on over there.
We gotta do that. Can we also go to a jump park before we leave Merida?
Yeah.
I really want to do that.
And this pretty much concludes our first week in Merida. We just really started to relax and exhale and eat some food and get a little more comfortable with having groceries, so we can eat at home and just slowing down our pace. Merida is the perfect place for that because it's a lot slower and family oriented, not nearly as fast as Mexico City. And we really just took this time to get settled in and relax and slow down our pace. And it was a really good first week. The one thing I discovered is that Yucatecans, all they eat is pork. They eat a bunch of meat, and they have very few vegan restaurants and options. So stay tuned for the vegan finds in Merida, and I will see y'all in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.